Hey everyone, if this is your first time to the channel, please make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you don't miss another video like this one coming your way. Also, don't forget to hit a like button. It does help our channel grow. Feel free to leave a comment. We do get back to all of our comments. And hey everyone, welcome to Moe's Toy Room. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Moe's Toy Room, come from my room to yours. And today we got a new one for you folks. This beauty comes to us from TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS and their brand new 8-inch action figure line. Here is their Screen Greats Halloween's Michael Myers. This one is available now on TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS website. They are updating their websites every single day, so check back and forth. The last time I looked, this figure was sold out. But TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS does love to please their audience, and they do update every day. So there is a good chance you could go on and pick yourself up one. This is the brand new Halloween Michael Myers 8-inch version from TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS and is available at $34.99 US. I want to thank TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS for sending this one out right away, and hopefully you guys all enjoy this video. Here we have Michael Myers kicking back behind his window pane, locked in his plastic prison, as he has finally made it here to Moe's Toy Room, and he's going to be amongst a lot of other Michael Myers figures. So we're going to do a comparison as to if this one is a bargain out there for you. But right off the top, I did see things when I pulled it out of the box. So right away, the if you're gonna be a collector on, you know, like you're an inbox collector, please, you might want to message TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS before and say, hey, I would like one gem minty, meaning that the backer card could be mint. You can see that there is some what do they call that, some bending right there up in the corner. That was the version that I ended up getting. There is some creases, creases right there in the corner. And also you might want to be aware that the glue is starting to come undone off of the backer card. So just give them a heads up, maybe leave them a message on your order and tell them, hey, I want one gem minty, nice and stuck to the card, because I plan on keeping this on card. The figure is rather heavy, so if you're going to hang it on a wall, the likely chances of the glue coming undone in the figure, the bubble coming off, is going to be very high on this figure. So I'm not putting TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS down, I'm just giving them a heads up, because that's what toy reviews are for that way. In Series 2, this is Series 1. Maybe they can do an update on that, or they could just change the box completely. But you can see Michael Myers has his knife. He comes with an extra arm, and he does bring the pumpkin. It looks like this figure is not very articulate. What we're going to get in like a version that NECA would have put out a long time ago when they first started. So just to give you a heads up on that, it's not going to have like 32 points of articulation or anything like that. You can see how bulky this box is. So right off the top, you're going to say, wow, like this box is really bulky. And then on the back right there, you could see the Michael Myers right there, how he looks. Nice looking figure though, I will say that. And then you got the TRICKORTREATSTUDIOS brand, Screen Greats, and then you can see all that creasing heavily right between there. What I did like was they put that like plastic piece over the hanger, for that way you don't get no damage on the inside there if you hang it on the wall. But just make sure that you get yourself a gem minty one if you want to hang it on the wall. Yeah, like I'm gonna say it again, or keep it in box. I tend to have mine out of box, so that's why I do toy reviews, folks. All right, folks, so let's take this beauty out of the package and see what we got. So right off the top, folks, you're going to see, I wanted to leave this in there. All this plastic broke. So the Michael ended up, yeah, it was broken in the package when I opened it. So, yeah, all this, look, he's just hanging around in there. So they might want to get a better mold or whatever for future things. For that way their plastic work doesn't look like that and take away from the figure. Alright folks, right off the top, tail of the tape, our Michael is checking in exactly at 8 inches tall. So you can see right there. And then it's slightly below 20.5 centimeters. Slightly below, because he's 8 inches exactly. Alright, so one thing right off the top that I did notice, well, before I get into all of that, let me take the rest of the thing out, his pumpkin. And then he has an extra arm. So Gotta get this arm out of here, out of the package. All right, so Michael is gonna bring a pumpkin. I don't know if this is the best looking pumpkin I've ever seen for a Halloween one, but for Trick or Treat Studios to give us something on the first round out, yeah, it's something. So, I mean, they are in a learning process. They're new to the action figure scene. And I'm very honored to be able to review this, be one of the first ones out there to do it. But one thing I would advise them is in the future, maybe if you could put an LED in here, it would be a lot more convenient for the fact that these figures are not cheap. They are $34.99, but it doesn't have that much detail, but it's a pumpkin, so it's something new, and you guys know that I love my pumpkins here. All right. And it's a fairly large pumpkin too, so if you compare it to the size of his head, look at that. All right, so then he brings an extra arm also. What I love about this is there is a whole lot of detail going on up in here. So you can see that amongst the hand and everything else, the coloring, everything is right on the money. But as far as like articulation, the only thing you're going to get is these hands are going to go just up and around. They're not on a hinge, they're not on anything, they're just there. So this is a bent arm, and it's going to be also be on a hinge, so you can see the hinge work right there. Yeah, so there you go. It's just going to go up and down. So that's it for the hand. So you're wondering, why did he bring a bent arm? Because this Michael does not have very much articulation. Looks amazing though, looks quite pleasing to the eye, and will pose very good in any Michael Myers collection. This guy is going to stick out. He looks good. I will say that. But as far as articulation, he really isn't going to have it. So I will give him a turn. You will see it there. I love how they put the veins and everything in the hands. The proper coloring, that is the thing. So look at that. The coloring alone just says it. So it has the right look, the right feel, everything, the right colors, everything is right, but it does lack articulation for the price. Trick or Treat Studios endorsement right there on the back of the leg. You can feel it. Something that's really cool that separates it from bootlegs or whatever out there, but I'm sure somebody will bootleg this. Yeah, and then you have, yeah, I love the vein work. The hands look right. Everything just fits. So all the wash to the jumpsuit, and then especially on the boots. So they even went as far as to putting a slight green up in there. So I don't know if you could really catch that on camera, but there is a green inside the boot. And then it's just not a solid black boot. They really went all out to give us a nice set of boots. So that's a good start. Very good start. All right, so let's check our articulation wise. Our Michael his head will look down, barely looks up, and then here's the true test. There it is. Boom. That typical Michael Myers, I am the boogeyman. I am here, and I am not leaving without your soul, right? Without killing you. So that was the shot right there that he made famous. Actually, that is the shot that made him. I guess when Nick Castle just, after he stuck the dude to the wall, and then he just steps back, and then he just admires his work. That was the one that made the boogeyman right there. All right, so arms do go up. Very nice. He does hit 90. Okay, but that's about all that they're going to do. So you can get it to even move like this. You can flip them around. You can have your Michael like, what's up? I'm out here. Come on outside. Come and play. Let's have a stab fest, right? So, yeah, he does have that. But as far as articulation in the elbows or anything, there is nothing here. So this figure might have maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7 points of articulation. This hand right here. Yeah, they don't really move too well. So, they might be on a little joint maybe in there, but who knows? As far as waist, there is nothing. It's just statuified all the way down. The shoes are separate from here, but they do not move. So this Michael will stand on his own, period. So let's check him out with his other arm and see how he looks. Well, here's our Michael with his alternate arm. You can see the difference here. Yeah, look at the sculpt work in these hands. Wow, man, I'm just blown out of my socks. All right, so one thing I did forget to mention was the knife. A lot of you guys are saying, is this knife detailed? Yes, it is. It even has that slight crease right here. I don't know if you could catch that. There's a slight crease right there that makes it like a knife. This sucker is sharp too. So be careful. Looks like it has a wood finish to it. I would have liked it if, I'm not sure if on the original one, I'd have to look at one of the other ones that I do have to see if they did run the metal through the top there, where usually they do it and then they kind of bolt it down. But this one doesn't have that, but the wood on it does look good. Well, the rivets that go through it, so they do look good. Everything else looks good, and it is another Michael Myers knife. So you're wondering, will he hold his knife? So obviously we all know that Michael will hold his knife like that, and it is dumping outside, folks, here in California. I will say that just started dumping. There you go. Look at that. Look how that looks. Oh man, turn your head. He's waiting for you right there. Pick it up. There you go. Look at that. Looks real cool. What do you guys think? You thinking about picking this one up? Are you a Michael Myers fan? I'm sure a lot of you are out there, a lot of the subs that sub to my channel, because I have done a lot of Michael Myers ones, and those are some of my best videos out there. So I know that the audience has been anticipating a figure like this one coming your way. So yes, we have a brand new Michael Myers to the set. There you go, folks. There's your photo op right off the top. If you want to know comparison wise, okay, here is the comparison. So NECA figures, I guess Trick or Treat Studios figures, if NECA can sell figures at $34.99, so can they. But there is a bit of a difference, but I will get into that in a moment. But I'm going to show you an earlier, I don't know if this is a NECA figure. This is the one that came with the young Michael. So you could see the upgrade there. Like, this Michael looks 100% better than that one, right? But this one is so old. It is just decades old, and this is the one that brings the young Michael with it. That's quite expensive nowadays. But you can see size-wise, they are not that off size-wise. Like, he is slightly under 8 inches, and this one is exactly at 8 inches. But this Michael looks more like you would see in the original movie. All right. So, like I said, this one is decades old. Very hard to find. This one is a classic, and as you could tell, over time, this one is just, like, disintegrating. You know, and I hate to say it, but, and then you get the brand spanking new Halloween Ends Michael Myers. A lot shorter. You can see the difference there. You want to do scale-wise, comparison-wise, but even detail-wise, this one, for all the accessories and everything that it brings, the NECA one just knocked it out the park, other than the joints that were right there. I have to call it the way it is, folks. I'm so sorry, Trick or Treat Studios, but these are what these toy reviews are about. But I'm not saying that I don't like your product. I'm saying that I absolutely appreciate what you guys are doing, and Trick or Treat Studios is on their way to being a big player in the action figure scene. I jumped on board, and the people at Trick or Treat Studios know that I am on board, from their mask to everything that they put out. I love the direction of this company as to what they're doing, and I was blown out of their socks that they would even tackle action figures and give us a Michael Myers, and they sent it to me out really fast. So yeah, kudos to you guys. You guys are top notch. But in the future, there are some things that you can work on, and hopefully this toy review can help you guys out. But NECA has been doing it for a very long time, and you could just see the difference in the attitude in the action figures, the evolution of it as to how it went, you know, how far Michael Myers has come. All right, so let me move these guys out the way. All right, but I will say I am very happy with this product. Would I would have liked to have seen it at a cheaper rate? Yes, I feel that this Michael could have easily been sold on the market at $29.99 US dollars, slightly below what NECA's doing, only because NECA is doing these ultimates and they're giving you alternate heads and everything else and light up pumpkins and everything to go with their action figures. But I do understand that when you get into the market of action figures, that it's a little bit tougher, you know, to get them made, and it costs a whole lot more to get them made until you start putting out mass productions of them. So I'm guessing that in the future, Trick or Treat Studios is going to upgrade and start including a whole lot more stuff with their action figures. But for now, folks, and a lot more articulation, but for now, this is one hell of a way to start, and I want to applaud them on that. Thank you guys for putting out a really cool Michael Myers. Let me get that look, because this guy looks like a Nick Castle that's fierce. Look at that. Oh boy, that's a badass Michael. All right, folks, so please like, comment, subscribe. For most from yours, good night, everyone, and another special thanks out to Trick or Treat Studios.